His father and son.
But when his name is Yeshaya, you saying Yeshaya?
Yes. Ahaya is spelled both ways. That way you cannot mix it up. Ahaya Messiah, like for example, this paper I gave you. Let's go to St. John 5:43.
I think he's just trying to decipher, the Father's name from the Son's name.
No, let's go to St. John 5:43.
I was gonna go there too. 5:37.
5:43.
When he said nobody heard the Father or seen or heard his voice or seen his shape.
At any time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to understand who was that. You know what I'm saying? If we go in there and saying the Father's name is higher, but he and Christ saying nobody heard his voice,
nobody
or seen his shape.
He was with the Father from the beginning of creation. That's actually Genesis 1. He said, "Let us go make man in our own image." He was talking to the Messiah.
No, but he's referring to none of the prophets saw the Father. The Father, Moses.
What does that got to do with the name though?
But you saying Moses heard
saying
the
that
Father.
the Father
talked to
the Father gave Moses his name.
That's what I'm saying. But Christ is saying
that nobody
heard his voice.
Read the scripture.
Okay.
And then
what you got?
Okay, well, they all asked him, well, what's the Father look like? And he says, well, if you have seen
me, you've seen the Father. Me and the Father are one. Clear as day.
So that's,
that's
he pulled him.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not answering what I'm saying. Though.
That's cool. That's it. But let's go
just
to
like how you saying Moses spoke to the Father.
Please,
so I'm saying,
let's go to the scripture. Let's have the scripture go.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
St. John 5:43.
Where you at, brother?
St. John 5:43.
37. Start at 37.
5:40. Okay, we can start at 37. Read 37 all the way down to 44.
He says, and the Father himself, which has sent me, hath borne witness of me. Witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape.
Does that mean from the time of Moses?
The only person seen his shape was Moses. That's Exodus 32 and Moses.
But that's not what
he said just then.
Well, let's let him read. Let's let him answer that because the Bible line upon our precept. He's gonna break it down to the bottom at the scripture.
He said, "Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape." That's saying neither seen his shape at any time.
Let's let him finish talking. He's not finished talking. Let's let him finish talking. Because the scripture says it's saying that to cut a man off and not finish. But that's what the scripture is talking. Let him finish talking.
Okay.
And ye have not his word abiding in you, for whom he hath sent. Him ye believe not. Search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me.
Okay.
And ye would not come to me, that ye might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of Yahweh in you. I am come in my Father's name.
Come in my Father's name.
And ye receive me not.
Receive me not.
If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive.
See, now was he riding when he said, "I come in my Father's name"? Did he ride on his actual name? Now, no. What is that saying? That's what I'm trying to get clarification on.
He said he's saying he come in his Father's character.
That's what the name is, character. He come in his Father's character.
Well, keep reading. We're not finished. Keep reading.
I come in my Father's character.
Right.
His name is.
Well, keep reading.
I'm trying to get understanding. Y'all laughing. Y'all think
no. What I'm saying that it's
not read the context though, because
that's what I'm doing.
Character means character.
I'm reading it in
character is just a character. Name is a name. It's just like a title.
In the Hebrew,
after we get done with this, I got a scripture to kind of support what you're saying. But let's finish this first.
For had ye believed, let me go to 45. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses, in whom ye trust. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me.
Moses, who he gave the name to?
Of me.
Who he gave the name to? He only gave the name to Moses.
That's it.
He only gave the name to Moses.
Who's the one that gave the name? Because according to verse 37, this is what we're asking you. Who was it? The Father or was
the Father gave Moses the name? Both of his name, the Father and Son.
So Moses saw the Father.
He just tell you. Moses didn't see his face, but Moses.
But he saw his backside.
He seen his backside.
So when Christ says, "You have neither heard his voice at any time,"
he's not talking to Moses. He's talking to the Pharisees, Sadducees. Who we're talking about here. Yeah, they didn't ever see him. Pharisees, Sadducees.
Okay, so you're saying that he's only referring to them.
He said that Moses is the only witness of his name. Okay. Moses is the only witness of everything. Because it said right here in Scripture, 43 says, "I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you receive. You receive Jesus more. You receive a higher," right? He said, "How can ye believe which receive honor of one another, and not seek the honor of him that coming from a higher only? Only a higher.
Oh yeah, because he is talking to the Pharisees, Sadducees.
Yeah, he's talking to the Pharisees.
Yeah, I've not neither heard his voice.
That's right. So
he's saying you, y'all.
He's talking to the Pharisees, Sadducees.
From past times.
That's not past times.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
But we'll come back to that because it actually says something.
Yeah, that's why I seen it. I didn't know you didn't see it. Cause I'm really seeing it. That's why I said that's why I was going to where I was. Cause I'm seeing you're not seeing that who is he talking to. You gotta think about Yeshaya ordinance. Yeshaya ordinance is basically the Pharisees, Sadducees, hypocrites. This whole whatever he said in St. John 18:20. I only preach in the synagogue only where all the Jews resorted. Right. I preach on. So his whole audience was Israelites.
Right.
So he was not talking to Moses, he was talking to the Israelites. That's why it's easy to comprehend what he's talking about and who he's talking to. His audience is Pharisees, Sadducees. They never seen Moses.
Right.
So he was boosting up Moses. Moses was the only one who gave his name. That's why when brother read 45, do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses.
I got a precept for that.
Go ahead, brother Frank.
So Moses got the laws from the Father on Mount Sinai.
But Moses got everything from the Father. It's not Moses' laws, it's Father's laws.
Alright, so the Father was speaking with Moses on Mount Sinai. That's what we're standing on.
Yes.
Can we go to Acts?
Acts 12.
Acts chapter 7. Let's start at verse, because I want to get you the context. We can start at verse 35. Do we understand what Acts 7, that's Stephen speaking about the history before they kill him?
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so let's start at verse 30. Actually, we start at 36. It says, he brought them out after that he had showed wonders and signs in the land of Egypt and in the Red Sea and in the wilderness 40 years. Right? This is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet should your Lord Father, your father, raise up unto you of your brethren like unto me.
I love that scripture. You talking about Yeshaya. Yeah, I love that. Keep reading, brother.
Now verse 38.
Yeah.
This is he that was in the church
in the wilderness
with the angel which spake to him in Mount Sinai and with our fathers who received the lively oracles to give to us. So who spoke to Moses according to verse 38 here on Mount Sinai?
It's still speaking from the Father. No matter what angel came to him, it's still the Father. Every word that came to Moses was from the Father. So
yeah, it was from the Father.
That's right. That's all we're trying to say, that everything came from the Father.
We understand it came from the Father.
What is you trying to say, though? I'm not getting, because every word, even the angel...
because you said earlier in your statement that Moses was the only one that saw the Father. He saw his backside. He didn't see his face. He saw the Father.
I'm saying, according to man, earlier you thought it was Pharisees, Sadducees, right? That's what I was talking to you about, only Moses. That's why I said that, because you was thinking that he was talking to somebody.
I was saying that Moses didn't hear the Father from the
We were saying no one has seen the Father. The Father is the Ancient of Days that Daniel was referring to.
Well, Moses,
and then that prophet that saw the vision coming to the Ancient of Days.
I told Moses Exodus 34, he said that no man see my face and live. He said, well, you can see my bite parts. So Moses did never see his face. Moses could not see his face.
The back part is the Father, you said.
That's right. Moses is the only one that seen his bite part. That's all I'm talking about. That's in Scripture. So where y'all going is I'm trying to figure out where y'all going with according to the name, because Moses did see his bite part. He told Moses, he said, you cannot see my face and live. No man see my face and live, but he said, you can see my glory when it passed by. That's it. So ain't no other man seen that but Moses. That's all I'm saying.
And the brother's saying that had to be Christ.
Because you stated that the Father, that Moses received
on the right hand of the Father, so Christ know how the Father look and everything.
What I'm saying is, your statement was, this is
Christ is with the Father right now. So what I'm saying is, what is this?
What is this edifying?
Yeah, what is this going to the name?
I don't see what is edifying. I'm trying to get.
What is this point? I mean, because Christ.
We can skip this part. Let's go back.
I'm saying,
we can skip this part. This is something else to talk about. We'll skip that part. But let's go back. We're talking about the name, right? Let's go back to the name. Can we go to Isaiah? Actually, no, forget Isaiah. Zephaniah. Zephaniah 3, 8 and 9. What is that referring to? Because my stance is, during the Tower of Babel, hold on, let me finish my statement. Yeah. During the Tower of Babel, when the angel came down, or the Most High, or we can go back and see what that was, when he came and split the language, it says he confounded the language, right? Ever since that, I don't think we don't have the pure language to understand the Most High's name.
Okay.
So now in Zephaniah, he says, let's read Zephaniah 3, 8 and 9.
Okay.
What was the first language ever spoken?
Hebrew.
The brother's saying it's not in its purest form.
It's not in its purest form.
Well, of course, you have a lot of big.
Right. So what I'm saying, if we're trying to talk about, we got to say that name 100 correct. We don't have the pure form to say it.
No, you don't. Y'all easy to say.
Y'all original.
Let's go to Zephaniah 3, 8 and 9. Where's 3, 8 and 9 referring to then? That's what y'all stance on that.
Okay, don't we still have the scrolls and?
According to what we're getting our information from, who are we getting our information from?
You said everything's been tampered with.
Okay, so that's what we always have to keep in mind. So that's what I'm saying.
There it go right now. That's the
all we're trying to do, brothers, is bring y'all the true Father's unity. That's it. That's it.
All right, but what is Zephaniah 3? Okay, what is Zephaniah 3, 8, and 9?
What I'm saying is, if we have the scrolls, like the Dead Sea Scrolls, for example.
It ain't bothering you, is it? The brother just trying to
No, brother, man. I love you guys.
I hear what you're saying, but also, like he said, everything's been tampered with.
Yeah.
So the Dead Sea Scrolls, how legit is that? I mean,
hasn't been convoluted. I'm saying we still have the original language.
Okay. Then what is Zephaniah 3, 8, and 9 talking about?
Go ahead, read it, brother, get it.
All right, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8.
Start at verse 8.
Therefore, wait ye upon me,
Okay.
saith the Lord, saith the Father, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Until when?
Until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Okay.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation.
Has he done that yet? I don't think we're at that part yet, right?
No, no,
Okay. He said, wait on them until that day. Go ahead.
Okay. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Right.
Verse 9. For then,
after that,
will I turn to the people a pure language.
hey, what?
For then will I turn to the people a pure language.
At that point, we will get the pure language. And at that point, Revelations, I
This is
can
right
get
now. We're waking up. This is prophecy right now. Because he said in the last days, he's going to pour a spirit on Israel. We're going to wake up, we're going to change their name. That's in, I think, which one? Isaiah 43, 44. Mm-hmm. He said last days that we're going to start calling ourselves Israel. We're going to start calling ourselves Jacob. We're going to start changing our names. That's what he's talking about, the pure language. We understand right now. Right before, I was calling myself, I was a Gentile. I called myself Richard Cordum. I changed my name to Boaz. He changed his name to Yoquab. He changed that name. Right now,
we're in the pure language stage?
We're waking up right now. He poured that spirit on. Right now,
pure language. I'm saying, what is the pure language? The pure language is...
We got to grasp that. Right now, we're growing in His truth. We're growing. He's waking us up right now. Why do you think Israelites are everywhere right now? We're growing every day.
So the awakening is the pure language.
The awakening is the pure language coming to us now because we cannot change our name to understand.
I don't say that right there, though. It said when He gathered the nations.
What are we doing right now? We're coming together, right? This is the second essence. Right now, we're waking
all
up.
nations ain't. We're not coming together with all nations.
Israelite, only us, brother. I'm talking about Israelites. We're waking up.
What does verse 8 say again, Amos?
Read verse 8.
I'm just trying to understand.
I'm going to read it again.
Yeah.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Father, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Until we rise up to the prey.
Who's the prey?
The other nations.
The other nations? Okay.
All right. For my determination is to gather the nation. This is like Joel chapter 3, right? Valley Jehoshaphat. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation.
What is indignation?
Fierce anger.
That's what they're going to do in Joel 3, desolation.
Same thing he just said. So the prey is, when he does that, go ahead.
Then he going to...
It's set in that order, right? Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So
that's Isaiah 66:15.
Right.
For then, let me finish this verse right here. For then,
that's a key word.
Right.
Then, at that point,
will I turn to the people a pure language.
That what?
That they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve Him. All call upon the name of the Lord to serve Him.
At that point, based on this.
That's future prophecy.
This verse right now also. You saying that we cannot get the real name.
What I'm saying, my stance.
How we gonna follow commandments like doing His first commandment by His name? How we gonna skip His name and go past the first 7
How did Christ tell us to pray? How did the Messiah tell us to pray?
Our Father, but we still call Him Lord.
That's all. That's all you need to say.
Well, all we doing is saying about the name is all I'm saying.
Keep the laws, our Father.
Who are calling on the right name? So all we're doing is presenting the name, brothers. This is it. We just showing you guys the
But
name.
this is what I'm saying. I don't know. Based off what the scripture is telling me, we don't have the pure language to even say it. Yahweh, Yahweh.
Let's go back to what brother said about the stones. Let's go to Luke 19.
Remember, Tower of Babel, he confounded the language.
Let's go back to the stones. Let's go back to Luke. Let's go back to Isaiah what he said about this name.
He got a question.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, well,
Okay, you want to know? Let's go to Luke.
It might come back to you, man.
let's go to Luke 19, 38.
19.
Let's see what Yeshaya said about this right here.
Say it again, bro.
Luke 19, 38.
Yeah, I see the word here. Again. Okay.
Now he's still talking Pharisees, Sadducees. This is Yeshaya talking Pharisees, Sadducees now. I want you to really listen to this.
Saying, blessed be the king that cometh in the name of Yeshua.
Now you realize when we go up, this is Yeshua. When he came down, they were saying, Hosanna, Hosanna, coming in the name of the Father, right? Remember, Yeshua told you earlier that he comes in his Father's name, right? Now listen to the scripture.
Peace in heaven and glory in the highest. And some of the Pharisees from among the multitude said unto him, Master, rebuke thy disciples.
Stop right there. Now they was telling him to rebuke the disciple because he called on his Father's name. He said, I come in my Father's name. They saying, rebuke the disciple. But look, listen what Yeshua say.
And he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out.
What stone? The stones that his name was engraved on. When he put a higher on those stones, back in old times, he engraved his names on stones. Just like when you go by to Egypt right now, you're going to see the color that we is. You're going to see the names on those stones. He said, if they hold their peace, calling on my true name, the stones going to cry out. Okay. Them stones is our landmark, is our seal to know his true name, to go back to them stones. He said, if they hold their peace and don't call on my name, they don't want him to call on his Father's name. He said, if they hold their peace, the stones will immediately cry out.
I take this as saying when they come back to their heritage.
Why would they tell him not to call on that name? They were talking about the name right here.
The name is the heritage.
So
when you come back, the seal up the law in my disciples. The seal is when 144 are keeping the law.
If we keep breaking our Father's laws, brothers, that's commandment according to his name, brother.
You just repeat history over and over.
All I'm saying that we gotta just at least try to get his name right. That's all I'm saying.
What I'm asking though, you're saying it's impertinent to salvation. That's what you're saying. You're saying if we don't have the name, I could be doing the laws 99%, but if I don't say that name,
what James say? If you fell short of one commandment, you break all of them. And his name is one command, brother.
So if I say the Father, like Christ, the Messiah,
if you don't
told us to pray, if I say the Father who art in heaven, if I say that, am I good?
Okay, let me tell you something. I know y'all don't believe the Sabbath is on the Sabbath, but if you disrespect that one Sabbath day, you mess up with all the commandments, right? If you defy that one Sabbath, if
you do it willfully, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. So if you
willfully, yes, you don't have no more room for sacrifice.
So what I'm trying to say is that if you disrespect any of the commandments, it's the same rule. If you break a commandment, that's all I'm saying. If you willfully do it, like you just said. So his name is a commandment. The Sabbath is a commandment. So if you think, well, I ain't gonna do this and I ain't gonna do that. If you pick that one commandment not to do, you're breaking it. So you're guilty of all the commandments, right?
I understand what you're saying.
Rather the name, rather the Sabbath day, right?
How are you guilty for not using his name, breaking the commandment?
Because he gave you
not using the name.
He
didn't say if you don't use my name, you're breaking. You don't
have to use his name. Who are you gonna pray to get healed?
Huh? The Father.
The Father. You said it's okay to say the Father on Messiah.
The Abba.
Let me pull this real quick. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6 real quick.
Matthew 7, 6.
Let's go to 7. I'm sorry, Matthew 6. I keep saying 7. Matthew 6 and verse 9.
I'm gonna stop saying that the Lord and God though. For sure.
Yeah, that Lord and Christ. I'm stop saying that.
Y'all definitely brought me that.
Right. All praises on that, man. Yeah. All praises to the Father for that.
Right. Right. Matthew 6 verse
I know you're going as great as
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, this is how I've been praying. Well, I'll start out with this personally. When I pray, I'll start out with this and then conclude with my own personal.
You're great.
You know what I'm saying?
You're great because this right here. I love that you went here. No,
right. That's what I'm saying. We say our Father who art in heaven. So I repeat this. He didn't say our. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say. Not saying nothing wrong with Ahaya, but I'm saying here he says, after this manner therefore pray ye. And he gives us verbatim how to pray.
Right. He said,
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
And then when you go through the whole New Testament, how many times Yeshua called his Father Lord God? He called him Father through the whole New Testament.
I agree with the Lord God.
Right.
We agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's all we're talking about. Our problem is Jesus, Lord God. That's it.
Okay.
We're not arguing.
Okay, so then we on
all
praise. If that's the case, we on the same page.
Yeah, our problem is Lord God.
We good.
I'm gonna try my hardest to get rid of that out
No,
my
but there's
frame.
another one.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say to further edify what you just said, Luke 11:1, it tells you how to pray, and it says the exact same thing.
Okay.
When you read the whole New Testament, Yeshua only say Father. He said, "My Father, my Father, my Father."
So if we repeat him, like you said, we're what Deuteronomy 10:12, walking on his ways, right? Because Christ was the example. So if we do exactly what he says, say our Father, we should be good.
How do you spell Sabbath? It's Father in there, right? Abba. We say Abba, Father, Abba, Sabbath, Abba.
A-B-B-A.
That's right. It's Abba.
I never knows that. That's
Yeah. So when the Sabbath is his name.
Because he made the Sabbath for us, right?
That's right.
Damn, that's good, bro.
Sabbath made for man, not man for Sabbath.
Oh, what am I saying? We're not saying it's not.
I just don't think.
It's just that word above thy name.
I don't think
We
we have
understand
that
that word.
perfect vibration. I don't think we have that.
I love the name.
It's better. It's better than going back when we started calling
Zephaniah
on
3 and 9.
God.
After that, then he's gonna come with a new
toast.
name and.
It's like we say, "Hey, Mom,
Well, like I
Mom,"
said,
when we keep screaming
got
about
the
why
name
she
we
wasn't
live,
listening.
we sticking with a higher soul, a higher
That's
soul.
fine.
You know, that's the
Right.
name we
Just
call on.
screaming,
All
Mom.
praises, man. All
Also, we
praises.
say Father, you know.
But as far as Lord God and all that, I'm on that page. I'm on that page.
I'm not doing that.
I'm on that
I'm not
one.
doing that Lord God Christ
That's
thing.
that's
No.
all
Yep.
the same.
Y'all been doing with that
No, all
one.
praises. And that's all we're talking about, Lord God. So we ain't
Good
going
question.
to, but we were talking about calling on the name. We're trying to prove that Lord God, Jesus was blasphemy. That's all we were trying to present you guys. That's it. So Father is acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Our Father, he take it. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yes, you say our Father.
You confirm it, because I thought about that months ago. My spirit was already dealing with that months ago. Y'all confirmed it today, and I'm gonna listen to that.
Separating the goat from the sheep. You feel me? And we didn't have a language now, and then you say, "Oh, you was using the high." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "What?"
That's like
So I'd rather just use Father, man.
Yeah, and so we're not, and that's why I say we're not wrestling, we're not pressing on y'all. We just
16.
letting you know that
King of
Lord God,
Kings.
Jesus is blasphemy.
Then you know, right.
But now the name we call them because
Right, bro.
so we're not coming saying we're not doing that. We're just saying that these names are blasphemy.
22.
Lord God about you, that's what we're trying to do.
I gotta introduce y'all to my brother, man. This brother,
18 and 19?
Yashua,
Okay.
he, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, like I told you, we started this truth
Yes.
7 years ago, and the brother was we studied up on the D.O.C. Elder Ricardo. That's what we were saying. And you know what I'm saying? Yeshua. And believe me, I've been studying, looking through that, man. Hey, man, there's a lot that come with that, man.
One thing for sure.
Cats been hitting you up, hey, man, you ain't seen Yahweh and all the, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to go with it, man. And you, when you say Yeshua, man, you're saying Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? You giving Yeshua, Christ, you know what I'm saying? The Messiah's power to a prophet, man. You a nigga. I'm like, damn. So I can't even say Yeshua. I'm like,
Right, right, of course. That's the walk. That's the
now
faith part
I
of
say
seeing.
Father and Mashiach, man. That's all I say, man. Because I don't want brothers coming up on me and dealing with me.
And that's why we're not trying to put it like coming to y'all like trying to y'all need to do this, y'all need. No, we just introducing y'all that these names, Lord God, Jesus is by out. That's all we're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we want to help you guys say, okay, let me study these words, let me study these
I'm glad
names.
y'all brought that up.
Again,
I say
y'all
that Christ stuff a lot, bro.
I know you.
God.
That's right. Because
man.
when you call those names, those names are power. The devil, he said, he told you, he said, you buy me, all these are yours on. So he got power to give you.
I mean,
Those are things, yeah, I understand what you're saying. So ever since that.
It's just like he gave us everything.
Okay. I'll take those testimonies.
When we
He gave
was
us
doing Christmas, Easter,
a bull crap name too. He gave us Caesar Borgia. You know what I'm saying? He gave us everything, man.
See, but yours, it gave her
He gave us the Julian and Gregorian calendar.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
He also gave
Our
us
people won't let
KKK
that
that
go
hangs
either.
us on cross and slaughtered us, burnt things out in our front yard. So we gotta realize that's all we trying to just present. Lord God, Jesus,
I agree. I think y'all, if y'all was coming with that, that's 100. Y'all came and did exactly what y'all did, because I'm done with that. Because I thought about that a while back too.
Because the change is a sacred name, no matter what, even Christianity. You just ain't gonna change the person name you call him. Because when I used to call him Jesus, man, Hawk really changed Jesus to Messiah, this and that, whatever. I said, man, Jesus. I said, I've been dealing with Jesus all my life. I can't just change. So we know that we can't tell nobody, you gotta do this, you better do this. We just come to introduce to you that these names, Lord God, Jesus, is by, you know, 600 years ago, learned the Hebrew alphabet. So who created that name? Is that name sacred or it's not? For the heathens, that we in the land of our captivity, we got two new names, Jehovah and Jesus. Right. We know that. Lord God, they was saying that. You go back to
Go ahead. I'm concluding exactly what you're saying. Let's go to Hebrews 5 and 12. Go ahead. Finish. No, finish what you're saying though. Because what I'm bringing out is exactly what should take place today, bro. All praise to the Most High, man. But no, finish what you were saying, boy. Hebrews 5 and 20.
This is the book of Hebrews. Everybody got it?
Yeah.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers.
Right, because we all teachers in this room. Right?
Other door.
Read on.
Ye have need that one teach you.
To the right.
Again, which be the first principle of the oracles of God.
Go ahead from the top again.
Verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers,
Right.
ye have need that one teach you again.
Right.
Which be the first principle of the oracles of God.
Right, because the first principle of the oracles of God, we talking about, like you just said, boy, as Israelites. We dealing with Israelites here. We're not dealing with other nations, right? Because we the teachers. We are the teachers. Sometimes you have to be taught again, like how we bringing this information out. All praise. Go ahead.
And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Because we dealt with milk, we teachers, but strong meat. That's kind of what this is. You saying you deal with this with awakened Israelites. Somebody out there think they damn black. They talking about they Jamaican.
That's right.
They can't deal. They not ready.
They're not ready for this yet. They're not ready, so we cannot go out to them and cut them to that extent. Whatever. We have to go with the ones that we know that already learned, the ones that know the law, such commandments, the ones that can see it already, the ones that we get in line and say, hey brother, let's go to Exodus, let's go back to our Father's commandments, see what he say about his name.
Oh, go ahead. So now, from what y'all study, Yahweh is not the name?
Ahia is his name.
Okay, what is Yahweh? Is that a pagan name too?
Yes,
Yahweh?
it is.
Okay.
That's the same thing as saying Jehovah.
That's two uses.
When you go to your Hebrew,
Yahweh, that's not.
They get it from that, tetragrammaton?
Tetragrammaton.
Okay, that
yeah, because you think about the W and the V, it's the same thing. So you're really saying Jehovah.
Meaning like calamity and all
Jehovah,
that.
what you saying? Jehovah, it's the same thing. Yahweh, it's the same thing. Our Father's name is, because when you do the Hebrew,
I always thought it come from Yahweh.
Yahweh is the same thing. All of the pagan names came from.
I would always thought it come from. I don't. That'd be kind of close, boy.
It sounds like.
Remember how you say in Messiah say they the Alpha, the Omega, the big and the end.
Alpha, the Omega.
When you see the Hebrew letters.
What about? So when Sarah was calling Abraham, when it and Corinthians would say.
The word is Adonai. It's not Lord. Lord is Baal, so therefore she was not calling him no
She wasn't calling him Baal.
She was calling Adonai. Mean like
she was calling him what?
Like master.
Adonai.
Hebrew word for master is Adonai, the Almighty. So yeah, Adonai is the correct way of saying that she was calling.
And they gonna put Lord there, so you can call him your wife calling you the damn devil. Hey baby, you gotta call me.
That's right. That's saying the laws right there. Did they take the Y out of the Holy Scriptures and they changed it to Lord God? Which means Baal, which is their God.
Right.
Remember, this is spiritual Egypt. So therefore, Egypt had a lot of gods.
Right. Oh yeah.
That's right. So
Arabs had 365.
That's right. So
360.
When you see this right here,
for every day of the year. Oh, that's a pretty sad.
This right here, the Hebrew. It's like go to Psalms 119. On the highest star, he's the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, right? What's
with the.
That's right. That's Hebrew.
Yeah.
That's the beginning. That's Alpha. This right here is Alpha right here in the name, which means beginning and end. Alpha, Omega, the beginning and end. That right here being our Father's name in Hebrew. That symbol right there.
The Aleph and the Tav.
That's right. That's right. That should be in the Father beginning of his name. When you had Yod, Hey, Bob, Hey, that they gave us, the Tetragrammaton, he said, that's Jehovah.
Right.
That's Yahweh. You can put N-A-W-V when you want. That came to us from the prophets. When our Father said, the prophet tell people lies and prophesy my name, that they trying to change my name for the name of Baal. Our Father prophesied that in Jeremiah 23:25. He said, prophets lied in my name, and they lied and caused my people to change my name. To change my name, what they call my name Baal. Lord God is Baal. It's in the Bible. Our Father prophesied that in all the way in the Old Testament. Our Israelites one did that. It was not the heathens that changed his name. Our prophets did that.
I can do that one. Yeah.
So when you see that Yod, Hey, Bob, Hey, that symbol of Hebrew, that's wrong. His thing will be Alpha, Omega, the beginning and the end. It's going to be that Aleph. That's in Psalms.
Right.
The Aleph means the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. His thing going to be like this right here. It's not going to be I am the Lamb, high sorry. It's not going to be no Yod, Hey, Bob, Hey. So he told you that he said Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. Our Father, he's the base, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end.
Ancient of days, right?
Ancient of days times, right. So this is symbol of I am the I am right here. With the Aleph first. In the first alphabet, but when you go to Psalms 119.
And what?
It's Psalms 119, right? I think.
That's where it starts, bro.
I want to make sure.
Yeah. That, Vav, Hold. All the way through.
So how you pronounce it again? His name?
Ahaya, Ashur,
Ahaya.
Ashur,
Ashur.
Ashur. Just type in I am that I am and look it up, and then I'll either listen to it.
119, what verse?
119. No, just 119. I think it's on
119.
It's 119.
Psalm 119.
And what verse?
No, 119. It should be right there. You see it? You see the Aleph right there.
Yeah, on top.
It's an Aleph.
A-L-E-H.
Aleph. Yeah, that's somewhere there. The Alpha, the Omega, the beginning. That's the Aleph. That's in the beginning of his name.
Oh, right there. Okay.
You see it? That's his name.
Yeah.
The Aleph, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and end. That's the beginning of his name. So his first name gonna have the Aleph in the beginning. It ain't gonna be no Yod, Hey, Bob, Hey.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So they give you that tetragrammaton. That was from our ancestors that the Pharisees, Sadducees would change the name. They presented that Yod, Hey, Bob, Hey. When you spell Yod, Hey, Bob, Hey, that's Jehovah. Yahweh with a W. The W is not even in Hebrew. The V is, so you're saying Jehovah, Yahweh, Yahweh, same thing. It means blasphemy. It mean what's that word? Wickedness.
Destruction.
That's what Jehovah means. Jehovah, Yahweh, all that means wickedness.
It means witness?
Yeah, oh yeah. Think about it. Isaiah mean probably faithful to Yah, right? Now you say faithful to Yah, that's right. Just say Nehemiah means servant of Yah, right? But you put a wicked name with Yah, you just blaspheme his name.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying.
So when you say Jehovah, you just blaspheme the Father's whole name. Because Jehovah mean witness. I'm gonna say wickedness. You type in, you go on your phone, you type in on the tetragrammaton, the word, the etymology of word. It'll tell you what all these words mean. Lord mean a lot of things. Again, you go to New York right now. What's up, God? They call each other God. You come out here. What's up, dog? You tell me to call my father a name that is a dog, vipers. Yeah, I will not belittle my name. Then you got guys calling themselves gods.
Egyptians.
That's right. Lord, Paul said there'll be Lord's men and God's men, but there's only one. He called him God in the Bible, but he said there's only one higher. Our Father's name is sanctified and holy.
Set apart.
It's set apart. We know his name is sanctified. So how can we mix his name with Lord God when his name is sanctified? Right. We can't mix his name with these names. That's blaspheming his name all day long. We call him Lord God and Jesus Christ, this and that name with that blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus gave us. A gay murder.
Right.
Come on, man. That's all we just trying to,
we appreciate it, man. Brother, we appreciate it, bro. All praise to Most High, man.
Yeah, that's all.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something to also, like, see how y'all really, I'm saying y'all because y'all really have this understanding. Y'all bring this information. His name. It's the same thing, information that we got on this Sabbath day.
Yeah, but we ready to say that.
We got some info about this Sabbath. Just like how you said, like, we set apart. So the name got to be set apart, right? So how we set apart if we doing the same thing the Jewish people doing? Same thing, 7-Day Adventists. Mm-hmm. You know, Kingdom Hall, they territory. They got meetings Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. So it's something in there. It's heavy. It's heavy. So
Esau ain't trick us by just moving it one day.
Right.
We say, oh, we got them.
Right.
Well, like I said, we'll sit down with y'all. We'll sit down with y'all on that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna edify the truth. You know, we want to get the truth, but we're gonna be obedient. So we ain't got no problem with sitting out with you guys. We just want to introduce you guys about the name because we think it's important to us. You know, I mean.
Well, it was important to all, but maybe some brothers not.
But you said like the first 7 commandments. Remember, the Sabbath's the 4th commandment. So that's why we harp on that too.
So
remember this.
We go on Sabbath. Like I said, we'll sit down with y'all also on the Sabbath thing. You know what I'm saying? Hear y'all out, this and that, whatever. But like I said, I tell you, go in them because again, we got proof too that it's 364 days a year, 52 Sabbaths.
This is my question though. This is my question. Can we figure out the Shabbat with this book or no?
No, not everything, because this book's missing. Everything not in there.
So we can't figure out the Shabbat with this book.
No, because again, when you go to Enoch just break down everything. Like he said, he didn't understand about the stars, the sky, and all that stuff. But Enoch was given all that. Enoch was given all that. All the prophets had different gifts. They had diverse gifts. All the prophets, look, our Father again, he said, do not add to my word, do not diminish from it. So if we deny Enoch, we deny one of our Father's first prophet. And Enoch went up with the Father, and he got a book, and we want to deny that book, brother. That's not even. We at least we got to try to read that book now.
I'm saying, my question is,
Enoch is mentioned in the Bible.
Can we figure out the Shabbat with this book?
You can't. Well, you can't get it and prove it out that book. You can't justify that in that book alone. You can't.
Wow.
Can we just go to a couple scriptures real quick?
Well, that's kind of the conclusion I came to when I was reading it. That's why I always asked you, well, you know, and because I was frustrated. I'm like, well, I don't know, is it just me? I could have missed it, you know, but.
What, you couldn't figure it out of the just the
I
Bible alone?
Yeah, I couldn't get an exact and clear.
But he's not gonna give you that.
Everybody ain't gonna, like the brother said earlier, some people got this knowledge of that, some people got that knowledge of that. That's the whole gathering thing, that sharpening each other up, iron sharpening iron.
Right.
Gather yourself together type thing.
That's why we
brothers, you know what I'm saying, think they got it all. No, yeah, we got it
well,
all.
that's why I love that. We want to sit down with you guys on that. Another topic. Y'all got some of y'all bring us. We ain't a brother coming over here sitting down with you guys. You guys come and sit down with us to bring out the truth. But we want to get into the kingdom. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, we'll sit down anytime y'all want to sit down. We want to edify. We want to bring out this truth. Let like he said again, let how you be true in every man's life.
Let me just ask you a question. Is the Shabbat considered a feast?
Yes.
A feast day, right?
Yes.
Which means moedim. Or maybe that's not the real etymology, but
What's feast mean to you?
What does feast mean?
You got it written right there. You see it? Where you got moedim written down at the bottom? It's close to the bottom. See moedim?
One at a time.
See that?
Oh, you
feast?
got that?
Okay, hold on. Let me get it. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me finish talking, please. Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking. So it's a feast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means an appointment.
I love you said that.
Right?
I love you said that.
Where do we find what chapter do we find our appointments at?
In our appointments?
In the Old Testament. What chapters?
That's Leviticus 23, right? 24.
What's the first appointment mentioned?
Sabbath day.
What determines our appointments?
Sabbath day.
What ordinance determines our appointments?
Well, okay, I'm glad you said that. That going.
What determines the Passover?
Genesis. No, we're gonna go back to the first piece now. The first appointment. You said we go back to appointments, right? We're gonna go all the way back to Genesis 2:1, which is Sabbath day.
Ooh, that's that one.
That's an appointment.
Let's go there with that.
Before
I don't know. Y'all really want to go into this?
Let me finish.
No, we ain't got time. No, we ain't got time. I'm just
Oh, no, we got to. You said we were going to do it.
No, another time when we
Oh,
Heavy, bro.
that thing heavy. That two is too heavy.
Well, yeah, finish.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you have to realize, okay.
So
This is my question.
Let me just make my point. Let me make my point.
Go ahead.
So,
I love this when we say,
feast is nothing but meaning an appointment. It doesn't mean to eat, right? Because if it meant to eat, then how are we eating on Day of Atonement?
Whose feast is it though?
What do you mean? It's
Heavenly Father.
the Heavenly Father.
Right.
That has nothing to do.
Right.
What I'm saying is, what determines our appointments? What ordinance determines our appointments? According to Sirach 43.
Yeshaya.
No, what ordinance determines our appointments? Okay, what determines our new month? What determines our months? What determines our months?
What determines our months?
Yes. What does the word month mean?
You'll say moon, you'll say month, you'll say month.
What does the scripture say?
What scripture, again,
What does the scripture say?
Okay. I heard you talking, okay. I got a question that I got for you. Okay.
Can you answer the question before you give me a question? What does the scripture say in Sirach 43? Let's go to Sirach 43, please.
Sirach 43?
Yes.
You got a partner with them?
We don't have to go through the whole thing. I just want y'all to learn this.
Yeah.
And let me please get it out, please, before we...
Go ahead.
Sorry, brother.
No, you good. I know you good. Y'all good.
My bad, bro. That's my brother, boy.
You got that, brother?
Sirach 43, where you saw that? See?
Let's start at verse 6. Sirach 43.
I get it.
Sirach.
Read it, brother. I can't see
Yeah, he's going to read it.
That's all about my life.
Sirach 43, verse 6.
6 and 7.
6 and 7.
And 8. But first, verse 6.
Yeah, 6, 7, and 8. Sirach chapter 43. He made the moon also to serve in her season, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world.
And a what?
And a sign of the world.
Is the Shabbat a sign for Israel?
It's a command, a 7-day feast.
But does he say it's a sign between me and you?
But it's a point in time, right?
Right, but is it a sign? The question is it a sign between...
Yes, between...
Okay, just like circumcision is a sign,
Yeah.
the rainbow is a sign,
And it don't
you can
change.
physically see it, right? You
And
can
it don't-
see circumcision, I
Right.
can see the rainbow,
That's
right?
right.
That's a sign, right? Keep
Verse
reading.
7. Verse 7. From the moon.
From the what?
From the moon is the sign of feast.
Of what?
Of feast.
It's a Shabbat feast.
Yes, it's a feast.
So from the... Read that again, brother.
From the moon is the sign of feasts.
Read.
A light that decreaseth in her perfection.
Read verse 8.
The month is called after her name.
The what?
The month is called after her name.
Okay, so now according to Exodus 12 and 1, right? That's when the we'll say the Most High. So Moses, this shall be the beginning of months to you, right? You can Leviticus. So what I'm trying to get at now, the Shabbat is a feast, correct?
Okay, I got you.
Which means appointed time. Not that, but we still eat on the
I love
Shabbat.
appointed time, but the Sabbath don't ever change.
You ready, brother?
The morning, yeah, go ahead.
Hold
I'm
on.
listening. Finish.
So we still eat on the Shabbat, we just don't cook on the Shabbat.
Yeah,
So we still eat. So those that might think I was talking about food, it's not talking about some appointed time, right?
Yeah.
So what is the first appointed time in Leviticus 23?
Go ahead, read it, brother. 23, read it.
At the beginning. Then we go to 3.
No, verse 1.
Start at verse 1, man.
Verse 1 down to 3.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of...
Concerning the what?
Concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation.
6 days.
A what?
A holy convocation.
So feast means holy convocations as well.
Right. Keep reading.
Okay, go ahead.
Even these are my feasts.
Even what?
Even these are my feasts.
So what's the first one mentioned?
No. Let the scriptures finish.
Yeah. Even these are my feasts. Go ahead.
Read 3, brother.
6 days shall...
6. Stop right there.
days.
Wait. Let him read.
No. 6. He said 6 days, right?
6
Nah.
days.
Okay, let
Go
him
ahead.
read the
Go ahead.
scripture.
Go ahead, brother.
No, read the... Amos, read the scripture.
There we go. Verse 3.
Oh.
6 days shall work be done. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
So we're talking about the 7th. What else is it?
And holy convocation.
A what?
A holy convocation.
What's part of the feast in verse 2?
Hold on, he finna bring out something real fire right now. I want to hear what Brother Boaz
No.
has to say.
No, I follow that
fire.
order, right? I follow the order 7-day order, right? He got a 7-day order. Now when do at the moon change the Sabbath? That's 7 days. Some days ain't gonna be no 7th day.
Right.
7-day
Okay,
order.
I told you got fire.
Okay, hold on.
I know
that. What I'm
What
trying to say is that if the moon changes Sabbath, that means it's an incomplete week that's missing some kind of way with the moon changes
I understand how you say
Again, from the day of creation, which is every...
So when new moon comes in...
No, hear me out.
Hold on. The moon is a sign of feast according to Sirach. I'm going precept upon precept in here. The moon is a sign of feast according to Sirach 43.
Not the Sabbath feast. So much scripture where the moon is
What's the Leviticus chapter 23? Is Leviticus chapter 23 naming the feasts? Yeah or nay?
About the feast.
But he separated. Okay.
So is the Sabbath part of that? In that chapter?
Okay, look.
According to the Most High.
Okay,
according to man, they say it's not a feast.
Let me
but
read
according to the Most High, it's in that chapter.
That's why you hung up on you.
No, let me read so you can understand it more. No, let me read so you can understand it. He says,
it's an appointed time.
Listen to me. It says 6 days shall work be done, but
the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
What?
Holy convocation.
Ye shall do no work therein.
It's a holy convocation.
It is the Sabbath of
An
Yahweh
appointment.
in all your dwellings.
Am I wrong?
Now, listen what Paul says.
These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
The Sabbath day, now tell me from the beginning of creation when the Sabbath day jumped from a moon change is not according to the sun. Because the 7 day cycle, after the order, is never going to change. So skip the 7 days. Where do you go? 5 days Bibles or day 4?
I'm about to break it down. I don't even understand your question. Okay, I'm about to just break it down if you can't understand it.
7 days, right?
I'm going to break it down.
Okay.
What determines our first day of the month?
The sun going down.
I want them to answer.
The sun going down.
How do we calculate Passover?
Sun going down. 364 days out of the year.
You gotta prove that. We don't got
That's in Enoch.
No. What scripture?
It's in Enoch. That's in Enoch. I can prove all that in Enoch.
I'm talking about the Holy Scriptures, precept
Well, it's
upon
not in
precept.
Because it's not in
I'm about to break it down with just this. What determines Exodus 12 and 1?
You gotta realize now, I was in the class when y'all broke this down at Preston.
Okay, but I don't understand why you're going to Enoch if we're coming
because it's
here.
not in there.
It is in here. I'm about to break it down.
I'm asking a question about the 7 day cycle. When did the 7 day cycle change? How? Prove that.
Exodus 12 and 1.
Give
Exodus 12 and 1. What does it say?
Give me that.
Exodus 12 and 1.
In King James.
Yes.
Show them in your book.
Give me a day where you can break the 7 day cycle, then I'll agree with you.
Exodus 12
Give
and 1.
me any scripture saying that
Exodus 12 and 1. What does it say right here?
46 and 1. Let's
read Exodus 12 and 1.
Give it to me.
Oh no, you good. She right there in the top of that paragraph.
What that say right there?
Paragraph.
What that say right there?
Talking about the beginning of the year is changed.
Is what?
The beginning of the year is changed.
Okay, now
Then
which
it's
one?
about 7 day cycle. No.
No. What I'm trying to tell you
I
is
know what
the
you're
year.
saying.
What I'm trying to tell you is the Most High said, "Yo, this is when the year's gonna start for you now."
No. Give me a 7 day cycle. So it's a 7 day cycle. No matter what the month is, that's why the months
See,
move back
that's
and
what I'm
forth.
saying. Can we do with Ezekiel 46?
Give me all
Because he said it's a
He gonna understand.
7-day cycle.
We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get there yet.
Y'all said all I want is a 7 day cycle broken. That's all I want
I'm
to say.
trying to get you to that point. If we just listen to how we got
That's
to
brother.
it.
You say you prove it to me, right? Prove it to me a 7 day cycle broken.
Can you read Exodus 21?
We got you, bro.
And the highest spoken to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of the month."
Shall be what?
What is that guy doing 7 day cycle broken?
So he's telling you that this is the beginning of the year to you. This is going to be day 1.
Alright, it's a simple question, right? I just want to
I'm breaking it down to you. Listen, now listen.
Go ahead, bro.
This shall be day 1 to you. Right?
Start over, verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
It should be what?
Beginning of months.
So you're starting here, day 1, month 1. Okay? Beginning of months. He changed everything. He told Moses right here.
Because I still don't hear it. So
we get to it. So
okay, now go. Now I want to go to second. I need you to go to Samuel's. 2 Samuel.
That's all I want to hear the 7 day cycle broken. That's it.
Yeah, that's what we showing you, bro.
But see, that's having closed mind. You just heard what you just said? You said that's all you want to hear. You don't want to hear the other thing that could be happening.
Said this would be the
Because he got to... Wait a minute. See, I can't even finish saying what I'm saying real quick.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? You said that's all you want to hear, but that's keeping a closed mind because whatever else the brothers is breaking out, you're just putting up a shield and blocking it out. You know what I'm saying? And that could be edifying. You see, that's how people...
1 Samuel 20.
And we deal with people like that all the time on the street.
1 Samuel 20.
Man. They don't want to...
Start at verse...
He don't want to hear it. What you even bring it up for?
Start at verse 24.
Bring it out. That's what we here to do.
He said he don't hear that. He only want to hear
I
it.
gotta break it down, bro, because it's a lot to it.
Yes, please. I just want you to listen.
And we didn't bring out all this. We didn't bring. Hold on,
like I said earlier, brother, take time. You just saying.
I know.
What I'm saying, Boaz, we didn't bring this out at Liberty. We just gave them a little piece and they couldn't deal with it. So let's finish it. Yeah. 1 Samuel 20:24.
What does that say?
So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat.
Okay, stop. What does new moon mean? The new month, right? Which is what? The first day of the month. Number 1. Jump down to verse 27.
And it came to pass on the morrow.
On the morrow, what does morrow mean? Next day? Go ahead, read.
Which was the second day of the month.
So, if the morrow was the second day of the month, new moon is day 1. On the morrow, which is the second. So we have in scripture that new moon is day 1.
Right.
And after new moon is day 2.
Right.
On the scripture.
I'm still not saying.
So now, what we're trying to tell you is you keep counting for this.
Man.
Your month determines your days. The moon determines your days.
We heard you out with the name thing. You see the brother still bringing it up.
I wish I had 2 hours to the name thing just before you understood it. Now, how do you think?
They can't even bring out one scripture.
That's why I told
A
you.
couple scriptures you
We'll
couldn't
come
hold.
fresh. We'll do that whole
That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
That's why we'll come fresh. I want to
right?
just leave you with that.
It took us a while to do the name, right?
Says the moon controls the feast. Leviticus chapter 23 is your feast chapter. The first feast mentioned is the
We got
Shabbat.
we got all them saying.
In Samuel, you have day 2 after new moon.
All I'm saying is that same way we did with the name, we saw here for a while. So
It's gonna take some time.
That's right.
I know that. But you gotta hear him out. Don't get marinated.
For the most part, we inspired. We wrote some breakdown of it.
No, we had a lot. No, we was going back and forth.
Even if it's something that you don't agree with,
We still going back and forth a lot now. That's the thing, man. We went back and forth a lot now.
I ain't no other man. Come on, man. It's all.
Yeah, that's what.
Remember I seen you.
We'll come back to this. We'll come back to
I
this.
told him because.
A while back I had seen you.
At least write it down and go take it and study.
What's your name?
Not just...
You can't tie it off.
Nah, man, look, wait, come on, man. Stop, what up? I'm saying that I'm tired. I'm just going to my D. We'll start off pretty good. I'm not again, like, okay. All right,
that's what I said earlier. You said, we going to do that today.
No, I said, already.
Oh, okay, no problem. Because he did.
Yo, you caught me wrong. I didn't say that, man. Don't beat up. I am beat up, man. Y'all about to cut me up.
No, man.
Okay, can I just say something, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, we're all tired.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
We need to start anew with.
I'm work clothes, man. I ain't never sit down all day. That's all I did, man. I'm ready. I'm like, damn, folks.
Man,
I love this, though, man. I ain't been around no brothers in a long time, bro. I don't want to sit down brothers right here.
Nobody want to sit down and do this.
I'm so happy to just see more faces, you feel me? So I'm amped up, you know?
So teach us to number our days.
We all have strong passion.
Rivers of many waters.
With the Chinese have a saying, I think would.
So teach us the number of our days.
Now,
Okay.
what day is it?
The Chinese say.
The who say?
See that? Who gave us the name?
Go ahead. It's all good.
You see what I'm saying? Look at that
The
board.
first one to raise their
Today's
voice
day
in an
16.
argument loses.
Tomorrow's day. If today's day 16.
And I always be the one that raise my voice, you know, every damn day. Everything I do, I raise my voice, man.
If today's day 16.
You raise the voice all the time.
If today's day 16 was tomorrow.
That's why I prefaced it with.
We know numbers, bro. What comes after 16?
You can download on your phone.
I'm gonna definitely
Good, man. Hey, I got to show him. I'm glad I get that information about the
No. What's today?
And I don't want to say it because brother, you ain't gonna make no mentions of ain't God's name. So you know what I'm saying? All that other
I'm saying the name. So tomorrow will be what?
I like
Okay,
that.
now read Psalm 90 verse
in my
12.
folder.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying?
So teach us to what?
Number our days.
Okay, now what's today?
The day is Saturday.
Read it again. So teach us to number our days. You can't say a pagan name.
That's what you said. It's wrong.
We can't say a pagan name. There's no Sunday through Saturday in here. He said number your days. We know new moon day is what? Numero uno. So what day comes after new moon day?
According to Samuel, it's day 2. According to first
Most High gave us, we got a book called Numbers.
Give us, Amos.
Well, we'll sit back down with that.
Time we come fresh and we
For sure, bro. That's just a little intro. That's just a little intro.
Man, it's real, man. I love your spirit.
That's just an intro. You follow what I'm saying? You should think about, bro. Most High give us no Sunday, Saturday, Monday.
And y'all did help me out. Father had to send y'all this way for something.
All praise to the Most High.
I ain't gonna be saying no Christ.
Everything happened for a reason, bro.
Lord and all that God that you know more, man. Even when I edify people, I'm gonna say who you ignorantly call, but I'm not gonna say.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro.
Yeah, see, I'm about to say high and low. His name ain't gonna be a name that you would call on earth. You know what I'm saying?